This looks so ordinary, a boy smiling, riding a bike. But the story behind it is extraordinary. An 11-year-old boy in Iraq, supported by 2 New Yorkers because of an idea born more than a decade ago. It started at Donovan's Pub in Woodside, Queens, where 2 friends, Drake Popow,
this is the birthplace of the idea,
and Christian Zamora,
So this being our go-to spot,
boozed, and that night they learned, bruised, from service overseas.
it was the first time that we were open to each other.
They opened up about the scars they were hiding.
Conserve your ammunition!
2 veterans struggling after tours in Iraq.
Iraq was a very dark period.
It's not something I've talked about in a very long time.
It clicked. They needed help. After serving in a war they struggled to understand.
We had to acknowledge the fact that we directly participated in something we didn't believe in.
So Dre took the napkin on their table.
I asked the bartender for a pen.
He drew up this contract, a pledge to help each other by finding a way to support other vets with similar feelings.
If I get a solution on how we can help, will you help me? And I was like, yeah.
2 years later,
Yeah.
they launched the nonprofit Veterans Rebuilding Life, VRL for short, to help vets with mentoring, job placement, and giving back. Part of that meant assisting who was left behind in Iraq. This is Abdul Rahman, an Iraqi boy who loves to play soccer. But when he broke his leg and needed surgery, doctors found out he had a heart defect. His family couldn't pay for either operation.
Sometimes someone just needs help. And the worse the situation is, the less likely it is they're gonna get help.
Zamora and Popow wanted to help, to give back to the next generation in the country where they were stationed.
We saw what happened. We were there, whether directly or indirectly. You know, you feel some guilt.
That's why Zamora led the charge to fundraise for Abdul's surgery.
This Abdurrahman.
They talked over Zoom.
Ask him, wake him, when are we gonna race?
He says soon.
Soon? Okay.
And when the shy Abdul told Zamora he was nervous about his surgeries,
Yeah, start eating.
VRL promised to send him a toy car
Red.
So do I.
and a bike, knowing a smile would help his recovery. It wasn't long before they got an update. A happy, healing Abdul, playing with his toy car and riding his new bike. Watching this video, Zamora sees
He's riding a bike.
his hard work
Back to being a kid.
making a difference. Good job. These are the faces of some of the 30 Iraqi children VRL has covered surgeries for. A vet taking the lead for each one. They knew the surgeries would be life-changing, but how about life-saving?
When a vet saves the child saves the vet.
Who would have thought a night in a bar, a promise on a napkin,
It made it real.
would impact people from the 5 boroughs to 6,000 miles away and change these 2 men
Cheers.
forever. Eric Feldman, Spectrum News.